Hello and welcome. My name is Kimberly, also known as SockBunny, and this is a hospital speed build. I decided to build my own hospital for Get to Work because I wanted something that was more suited for my own style of gameplay. I like buildings that are more compact where your sim is not spending forever walking across the building to do various tasks. Another thing I wanted to do was add more bathrooms because in the old hospital that comes with the game there's basically one toilet for the whole facility, as far as I remember anyway. One bathroom anyway. So I decided to go ahead and build my own. The only thing I didn't add really that was in the original one, I did not add a gym. I don't think you need a gym for the hospital, for the doctor career. I've gotten my sim pretty high up in the career and she has not ever needed to work out for her career. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. So I I did put some front doors in, but you'll see later I do switch those out. This is the reception area, and I started with the reception desk, and you have to use a specific chair with the reception desk in order for the receptionist to spawn, and it is, I think, called something like the boss chair or something like that. I think if you just do a search in the catalog for boss, you'll find the correct chair. And that allows the correct person to spawn for the receptionist position. And then you can see here we're adding a bathroom. There will be 3 showers and 3 toilets. And I originally was going to use those decontamination chambers from Get to Work, but then I ended up, you'll see in a minute, I do end up switching them out for regular showers. And here I'm using the sink that came with Get to Work, which I really like. It's like a standalone pedestal type sink, and I put mirrors above them. And of course, anything that you don't like about this, if you decide to download it, you can change anything. You could change the colors, you could add a workout room, anything you wanted to do. And as I watched this back originally, I did notice a few mistakes that I made. I think I fixed them all in the upload, but I'll point them out to you here just so you can see where I did make a couple of mistakes, but I do fix them. And there is one thing, I had to resize those bathrooms because the toilet stalls weren't big enough to have a door. I mean, I probably could have put move objects on to do that, but I didn't want to. So here you can see I do replace the contamination chambers with regular showers, just in case your sim needs to take a shower while at work. You never know, it is a hospital. I had already taken out the surgery bed and the little bassinet for the surgery room, which we will build the surgery room later. So what I wanted to do, again, was make something that was more my own gameplay style. And I wanted a compact examination room where we could have a few patients and then very close have the machine that they use to analyze the samples, a laptop, a desktop computer, a sink, everything they could possibly need really closely. Also, I wanted the x-ray machine to be really close, the treadmill to be really close. So you'll see that what we're doing is we're building an exam room slash x-ray, all that kind of stuff room. We're going to mirror this room on the other side of the hallway. But I wanted my sim to have to walk as little as possible so she could get as many tasks done during the day. So if she had to take a patient over to a treadmill, I didn't want her to have to walk halfway across the hospital, basically is what I'm trying to say. It might be unrealistic for real life, but this is The Sims, so it doesn't have to be realistic in order to work. So you'll see here that we are going to mirror the room on the other side. And sometimes when I'm building, I like to lay everything out first and then build the walls. It just gives me a better idea to be more efficient, I guess, in how big things are. I know some people like to build by building the building and then making everything fit, but that's not how my brain works, evidently. I like to, have a general idea of the size of the room and the stuff that's going in it. And of course, thank goodness with Sims 4, it's so much easier to resize rooms. That you don't really have to plan ahead as much as I like to do. But, it definitely works. And then I think these light fixtures that I'm using here, I can't remember what they're called, but I think they're with a patch that just came out, unless I just missed them before. But they definitely do a good job of lighting things up. And over here we are building a break room. And I love those plastic chairs that came with Get to Work, those dome-shaped plastic chairs or cup-shaped or whatever they are. I really like those. I think they're cute. And here I am searching for that vending machine type thing. It is in the refrigerator area, but for some reason I didn't see it when I first went in there. So then I'm like searching and searching and searching. And then somehow I find it. And yes, it is in refrigerators. So, and I put 2 in and I colored them different colors because I thought it sort of was like, if they're going to have 2 vending machines, they would not both necessarily be the same color. It would be nice if we had some other colors for those, like maybe red or blue or something like that, but you know, maybe in the future. And here I am using, I thought I was going to put a counter in, but I ended up not liking it. This is just a little break room, so they don't need anything fancy. So I put in that sink again that I like, and I put in a cute little blue garbage can. And if you don't know, I like to give little tips. If you're putting something down, you can use the Alt key to sort of scooch it a little bit closer to a wall or to another object. So as you're dragging the item, hold down your Alt key, and it'll let you do that. And there I am building the skeleton of the surgery room. I decided since my Sims don't do surgery that often, it could be a different room further down the hall. And then I wanted to put an office for the director of the hospital because I figured that would be a good thing to have. So here I'm looking through the pre-built rooms that come with the game, and this is the doctor's office. I end up moving a lot of the stuff out of there, but I like the room, and I love that you can rotate rooms. Speaking of love, I did recently put up a video of my top 11 favorite things about the Sims 4 versus Sims 2 and Sims 3, so if you want to go check that out, just do a search on my channel, or if I remember I will link it below, but chances are I won't remember that. And here I am putting a couple of laptops or desktops out in the hall because I figure they're sort of like nurses' stations. You know, when you go to the doctor's office or a hospital, a lot of times they'll have computers out in the hallway, so for the nurses. I just really want to have as many computers as possible, so I believe there are 6 computers if you count the receptionist computer. And those are the x-ray machines in the middle of the room. Again, my Sims are not going to have to walk very far. Put some hand soap or sanitizer on the wall, added some little garbage cans. This was a pretty fun build. I did enjoy it. I tried to make it very sparse and not cluttered because I figured it's a hospital, so I didn't put a lot of plants or pictures or anything like that in. And this is the doctor's office or director's office, so I put a couch in there, which I also figured could double as a place for your Sim to nap. If they're at work and they get completely exhausted, they can go take a nap. So I tried to think of all the different needs your Sim could have while they were there. And here I was going to use that cute little picture of a skull in the office, but it didn't seem to work, so I put a couple of diplomas up. But I did end up using the skull picture later. I put it above the sinks in the exam rooms, sort of as a hint to wash your hands or you're going to die. I know, I'm sick. And here I am adding this cute little tile into the various rooms. I do think at the end I go back and recolor some of these. But I sort of wanted to go for a soothing blue and white look. That's what we are going for here. Calm the Sims down if they're upset that they are having to be in the hospital. I did play test this with my Alien family. I do have a Sims Let's Play called Aliens, and I did have my Sim go to work in this building. So she was able to test it out, and there you can see I moved that heart emblem to the side of the building. I figured that was a good place for it because I can't have a window there anyway because the bathroom was there. Well, I would prefer not to have windows in the bathroom. And here you can see I'm replacing the door, but I thought the windows were causing the door not to go in, but it ended up being the light. So I had to move the light in order to get the door where I wanted, so I had to rearrange the lights in that room. So I did, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did make the walls taller, that way I had that door available. And here I'm doing a little bit of landscaping Not my strong suit, but I think it turned out really cute. It sort of looks like where I live. I live in Florida, and this hospital definitely could be a Florida hospital, especially with the palm trees out in front. I was looking for a mulch texture, but I think I was thinking of The Sims 3. And here I turn Move Objects on so I can place these rocks all around here, and also I'm going to put some flowers down. But this definitely looks like this could be in my neighborhood with all these rocks and palm trees and flowers like that. A lot of people in my neighborhood have their yards decorated that way, and public buildings do too. So I just wanted to randomly put some flowers in there. I thought it looked cute. I didn't go too crazy. Again, this is a hospital, so I didn't go too crazy with the landscaping. But you can always go in and add things if you wanted to. And here I'm going to put a bench down, and I had a specific bench in my mind, so I had to go find the one that came with Get to Work. I do have By Debug on, which is in Sims 4 is bb.show hidden objects, and that's where I was able to, I think that's where I found that bench. And then I'm just putting some lavender next to it, and I wanted to put like a little walkway over to the bench from the sidewalk there, just a little added touch. And then the next thing I do is actually one of my favorite things. I put down these hedges, I guess you could call them, and then I have Move Objects on, and I took a lamp and stuck it through the hedges so that it seems like they are outdoor lights even though they're indoor lights. So I thought that was pretty cute how they turned out, and they lit things up very well. I'm very, very happy with that little idea. And then I go around to the back, and I decide to, I was going to make this into a parking lot was my original idea, and I was going to upsize some cars, which you'll see in a minute that I do. But then I noticed over on the left we have those diagonal parking lines, and so it looks sort of dumb to have a car and then have the parking actually supposed to be in a different area. So if you wanted to go in and add the cars to your lot, you totally could do that if you put this on a different lot. Well, I don't know if you can put this on a different lot actually, but anyway, I decided to not do the cars. And here I'm doing a little kids area. There was one in the original hospital build. I don't think the kids actually play with those though. I don't think I've ever seen a kid playing with those. And here I'm putting in a side table, and then I end up putting I was going to put this lamp, but I didn't like it. But I do end up putting a bunny little statue outside because this is SockBunny Hospital. And speaking of that, if you want to download this from the gallery, it's in the gallery under SockBunny Hospital, or my name is SockBunny66 in the Sims 4 gallery. And you can see here I'm replacing the back door. And a mistake I did make, if you notice in the surgery room, I forgot to move the x-ray picture thingy from on top of a window. So I think I fixed it in the final upload, but if not, it's something that you could easily fix yourself. Here I'm putting a picnic table outside. Again, I'm trying to cover all the bases as far as Sim needs, so I put a grill and a picnic table out there and a fire extinguisher. Not that I think those actually work, but I put a couple in the various rooms because it gives it more of a realistic look. And here I was just looking, oh, is there anything else I want to add on the walls? No, not really. I really just tried to keep it sort of bare. And, oh, and that's where I end up using these skull pictures above the sinks. So wash your hands, kids, or you'll die. And here I just did I did put a couple of those sunflower pictures in the rooms, but I just didn't really want to go crazy with the decorations in this because it is a hospital and it's supposed to be sparse and clean. And here you go. I did recolor a little bit of the flooring, and then here's some final looks at the outside of the building. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please do like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And again, if you want to download this, it is called SockBunny Hospital in the Sims 4 gallery. Have a great day. Keep on simming. Bye.